Right. Wall sharpening, guys. I'm here with Taylor Morgan, part 2.
Back. Part 2.
How are you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Happy to be back. You know, we had a good practice one. Now
we
we're ready.
did. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be a practice one, but
are we explaining the story at the start? Is that?
Yeah, we'll explain a bit. You could explain a bit.
No, it was. We had a great episode, and it was awesome. And then unfortunately, we had a bit of a technical malfunction.
Sound issues,
and
it was a fucking brilliant podcast. Where's my coffee?
But you need a coffee, otherwise you won't be able to get through it.
Yeah.
No, it was amazing. Do you know what? And it was one of the. I've done a few podcasts live on like Zoom and stuff, but it was my first proper one like in person, and we had a great time. We had a really good chat, and it went. But I believe everything happens for a reason, and that's because today is going to be a better one.
Well,
better conversation. You know, that's what it's all about. But literally since then, I think I haven't been around here, like, you know, in this area in Swansea for less than like 3 days. So it was hard to get back in. But when I saw your post the other day, I was like, oh, I'll have to send you a message and come back on.
I'm
it was a great time, and it was awesome.
I'm glad you did. Well, Taylor is he's a magician. He's a magician, and he's a good magician at that. I mean, he's been all around the world.
Yeah.
And tell us some of the places you've been.
Yeah, so actually, like since our last conversation, it's been amazing. I was in Saudi Arabia 3 times. So I did like twice in a place called Riyadh and one in Jeddah. And then most recently, and then we've done like quite a lot around the UK. Bit in Spain, and then most recently just got back from the Maldives.
I'm going there now in the summer.
Are you? Where are you going? Do you know what your island's called?
Oh, fucking hell! I think it's. I don't know if it's the hotel
Sounds about right. Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
well, do you know what? The Maldives actually is one of the most beautiful places. I mean, it was incredible. We got booked to go over and perform for their New Year's Eve show.
Oh, nice.
And usually we're spending all our times in theatres, and they're like, so they call us up and they say, the show is on the beach.
Oh.
Right, okay. Like, have you got a stage? Yeah, we've got a stage. And they go, we got lights? Yeah, we've got lights. So it's a full theatre production, but it's on the beach. I'm like, okay, amazing. So we fly out. They tell us about our flights and stuff like that. And my partner, who was coming with us, Rebecca, or Becky, she's a fire artist. So she needs like fluids like paraffin and Coleman's and these fluids like thing. And obviously, it's like that's not the sort of thing you want to fly with.
You can't be taking out on the plane.
Well, we were worried, right? So we were saying like we were considering it. We were gonna just pack it up and take it with us. And then we had to sit and think. We were like, we are literally taking everything you would need to make a bomb.
Yeah.
I expected to put it in a suitcase. And my partner, she said to me, she went, yeah, but if I put a little note in there saying I'm a fire artist, you think it'll be okay? I went, no, it won't.
No. They're like, just, we'll leave you take all these ingredients on that can blow it up.
Fire artist, don't worry about it then.
So how did you manage?
It was a bit sketchy to be fair. So we had to say to them, can you... We had to say, like, can you source us the fuels? We sent them the lists of the fuels that we use, but obviously none of it exists in the Maldives. So they were just like, we have something similar. And we were like, right, what is it? And they were like, doesn't matter. Well, so when we got there, they gave us these fuels, and to be fair, it all went off
worked,
without
did
it?
Yeah.
It was a bit scary. We had lamp oil and weird stuff that they had, but it was good.
That's mad, isn't it?
But the good thing we didn't risk flying with it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be here now. Be locked in a Maldivian prison.
They're not going to take that excuse today.
No.
Well, what it is, we do a bit of firework and.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, we got a couple of guns in the bag as well. Yeah, it's fine. We're magicians. Don't worry about it.
Has she ever had any things go wrong?
In the fire act?
Burns?
Yeah. She actually, yeah. Do you know the best one was quite recently? Well, I say recently, maybe a year ago. She started this new type of fire trick, right? And she went down to practice it, and she came home and she'd burnt all her eyelashes off. Which, she's fine, so you can laugh at it.
Yeah.
If she'd have got hurt, we'd have said,
I was gonna say the eyebrows, like.
She had so that was a classic. But yeah, on the whole, she's all right. She's survived.
Hey, if you're looking for a warm-up act, I can set my farts on fire.
Yeah, you know what? That's quite a niche subject, but I'm sure there's people into it. I'm sure there's people into it online somewhere.
I remember one of the boys years ago when we were teenagers. He's like, "Oh, watch this now." All of us just laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
mad. It
Brilliant.
is mad.
No, but do you know what? Actually, in saying that, the Maldives. Have you ever been there before?
No.
Man, it is the people there. Like we had quite a great time because we managed to stay. We were staying at first with the staff, like in the staff areas, because we were there to do shows.
Yeah.
And then once we'd done the show, then we went to the guest areas and the staff areas. There was some really incredible people that we met.
Yeah.
Our like main handler. He was just one of the most lovely humans.
Yeah.
They just got a really big heart there, you know. They're just nice.
They're nice
a really
people.
nice culture of people, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, it was weird. Like, the island we were on was, like, maybe took 10 minutes to walk from one side to the other.
Yeah.
And
There's
these people
loads of little islands,
loads. Apparently there's over 1,000. I mean, I might be
mad.
saying facts on the internet that just aren't true, but that's apparently what it is. Over 1,000
Look at
islands.
there's more than 1 billion.
There is. There's more islands than there are people in the United Kingdom.
Yeah. We could all have an island each. Fucking hell.
As long as you got a few billion in your pocket.
Yeah.
But it was incredible.
I am looking forward to it. Where would you say is the best place you've ever been?
I think like picturesque wise, like that was like being in a film.
Yeah.
It was like the first day we were jet lagged and we woke up at like 4 a.m. and we went, oh, should we just go down to the beach and see the sunrise?
Yeah.
Yeah, we walked down and it was like breathtaking. It was like,
Unreal.
oh my God, this place is incredible. But I'll be honest, like it did get like a little bit, like not boring, but it was like you're just on a beach, you know? It's just a big beach. Like after, I wouldn't want to stay there for like 2 weeks, you know?
No.
Like for me personally.
It could be too much. Like
Yeah.
as long as I got my snorkel, I'm all right. Like
if you could have snorkeled, that would have been amazing. And in all fairness to us, because we were stressed, like working and stuff, it was different. But with the last 2 days, we like sat by the pool, we went to the bar night, and it was like heaven. It was like paradise.
Mad. Like how lucky are you?
Oh, it was incredible. Well, you know, we are so lucky with what we get
to work. Like you know, you get to see these places through work. Like
exactly, yeah. But like that was beautiful. But still, my all-time favorite place is Barcelona.
Yeah,
like, just as a city, it's just incredible.
Love Barcelona. I've been to Barcelona once. Yes, I wasn't there for long, but it's mad. You go to these places and they're so different, like culturally, completely different. You know, I love Mexico. Have you been to Mexico?
Do you know what? I haven't, but I'd love to.
It's amazing.
I've got an amazing friend from Monterrey, Mexico, and he always says to me, "You gotta come.
You gotta." It's I love. You know, the people are lovely. The atmosphere there. It's they've just got a lot going on there. Like you know, I've been to 2 different parts. So you've got I'm trying to think of Puerto Vallarta was one which was on the other side. So you didn't have the turquoise sea. But then I've been to what's the main bloody part now? I can't remember.
What, like Mexico City or
Mexico, Cancun.
Cancun.
How the fuck could I forget that?
Yeah.
But I've been to Cancun twice. Oh, and it's amazing.
Haven't they got like a lot of barracudas down there? Is that?
They've got. That up? Well, I went swimming with the whale sharks. And they said, oh, you know, we join this trip now. Join this trip and, you know, you go out and swim with the whale sharks. So I was thinking, oh, you know, it's going to be this really sort of, well, I don't know what I was expecting, but when it came, they just took me to the middle of the sea and said, right, jump out. There was no there was no safety measures at all. I was just like, oh, you what? Jump out. Fucking hell, come on.
Off you pop.
Yeah, and there was a big manta ray that went past and they were like, oh, look, a manta ray, jump. So I just jumped in basically on this fucking manta ray thing and they were like, it was just crazy.
I wouldn't go near one of those. I still haven't for them for Steve Irwin.
I know. Well, I was thinking, fucking hell. But it's a bizarre. They've got so much stuff to do in Mexico. And Shell Ha, if you go to Shell Ha, it's not spelled Shell like we would. It's XEL and then HA. Go there. It's paradise.
I'm gonna have a look.
Like it's unbelievable.
It's on our list definitely. Like I want to.
I'll show you after we come off here. I'll show you a video of it. And once you see it, you'll be like, "Ah, fuck, I'm going." It's unbelievable.
I'm there. That sounds amazing. No, I would love to go. Do you know? Actually, we did the Dominican Republic, but it was when I was really young.
We did that as well,
and it was like my mother and stepfather got married there. They said, "Oh, we're all going out there." And we did a similar thing, but we went out to they had this like swim with the sharks experience, the same as yours, but. They had they basically just netted off this area in the sea where they had a load of sharks in the area, and then it's the same thing, just like, all right, in you go, like,
jump in,
and they go. I think I was like 13, 14 or something like
Yeah.
that. And they gave you like these, you know, that thing that James Bond holds on to get through the water, that torpedo-y looking thing.
Yeah.
So they give you those to kind of like fly through the water. And
they don't go very quick, or do they? I think they limit them more.
Yeah. The word fly was very.
I think they limit them, don't they? Because I had to go with that, and I was thinking to myself, "Fucking hell!" Like,
well, exactly. But so this is what happened with me. So we went into this water, and they were like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, there's gummy sharks in there." So what do you mean gummy sharks? They go, "Well, they're like normal sharks, but they haven't got any teeth." I was like, I don't think that's true. I went down there.
They just give you love bites.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Swallow you whole. Yeah. And I had that thing, and I was like, only like, as I said, like maybe 12 or 13, something like that. And when I was trying to come back up into the out of the water, the string of my board shorts got wrapped in the turbine of the or the fan or whatever you call it of this like thing.
Oh fuck!
So I come out of this water like holding this massive thing by my crotch.
Could have ripped your shorts off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had to have a few little Dominican guys come and try and cut me out of it.
Yeah, well, that's the time for your magic to kick in, make yourself disappear.
This was pre-magic. This was terrible. I got to say, I tell you what, I'm loving this. We're having a podcast mid-run in the mirror. There's Jeffrey Dahmer on the screen.
I know, yeah. Have you seen this?
It's incredible.
It's fucking
crazy.
Mad, isn't it? I mean, it's crazy to believe it actually happened.
Like, it's mental, absolutely mental.
It's. I think it's been so well made.
Yeah, it's a great series.
Because even when you watch it back, if you look into, they've set it up exactly as his room was like.
It's truly incredible. It is truly incredible. Have you seen the new Have you seen Wednesday yet?
Yes.
I loved it.
Well, as it goes, have you seen this?
Oh my god! Is that 3D printed
That's
as well?
3D printed. Let me.
Right. Yeah, I'll go.
Off the press. That is hot off the press.
Hot off the press.
I've even got the scars on it.
Look at the detail on that. It's incredible.
Yeah, we're talking about the 3D printer. I bought the 3D
just before,
printer.
Isn't it?
I don't know if you can see in the background behind me.
Just about.
Iron Man mask and a helmet in the middle of making.
How long did that take to print?
I think that took about 7 hours.
That's not so bad.
Or maybe 10.
That is great, though.
I mean, you can speed it up and shit like that, but
yeah,
if you push it too far, it can cock it up a bit.
That's incredible. Well, we got obsessed with myself and my partner. Like we watched Becky Chu. We watched the Wednesday series.
Really good.
Proper loved it, and we did. You know, do you see like the dance?
Thing?
So I said to her, I was like, you need to do the dance but with your fire and magic.
That'd be good. Yeah.
No, we did it. We made it.
You?
Yeah, it got we did like 60,000 views on YouTube.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, in like a week.
Oh, fuck.
Of this crazy.
I'll share that later.
Yeah, I'll have to show it to you. I'll show you. I'll show you after the podcast. Yeah, we did this. We did it down on the bridge in Swansea.
Yeah.
So in the night with the red light, and she did the dance with the fire, and then she like swallowed the fire at the end. I
was laughing because I said something just before Christmas because it went so viral, didn't it? And it was so every quick. Video. And I put a post up. I said, do you know what we need more of? Wednesday dance videos.
Honestly, it was like insane. It was
mad.
Crazy. It's crazy that's how culture's become. But the only thing I was like, the way it resold it to me is like, at least the series was really good.
Yeah.
Because there's so many of these viral things that go viral and it sucks. But like, in all fairness, that series was just so enjoyable to watch. And it was,
do you know the guy who went viral for drinking the orange juice on a skateboard? he's fucking in prison now, isn't he?
No,
he's in prison for something. Yeah, I can't remember what he fucking done.
The guy that's just like coasting through.
Yeah, he got given like a house, he got given a car, he got given all these like I can't remember what the brand of the juice was, but because he was drinking
Tropicana or
something like
Sunny
that.
Deals, I don't know.
It was but they give him like a big fucking 4x4 truck, and he had a house and stuff out of it.
And then
just from that, like,
it's crazy, isn't it? Those little things that, you know.
How does some stuff go viral?
But you know, the crazy thing is some stuff does, like, so some stuff that goes viral, some stuff that doesn't go viral, and then there's also like some stuff that's exactly the same, but you post it on a different platform or at a different time, or you just post it again and then it goes crazy.
It'll
like,
go viral.
The Wednesday video on Instagram did like 2,000 views. It went on YouTube. I've got no real YouTube following.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've got a couple of, like, at the time I had like 20 subscribers or something because I just use it for promo videos, you know, to send off to bookers. And it just went up, and it just started just climbing and climbing and climbing. We got like another like 300 subscribers from it, which isn't, it's in the grand scheme of YouTube's not a lot, but at the end of the day, for our channel, it was a small channel, one video, and it went to the top. And they've just monetized those reels now as well. So I was the YouTube Shorts, and I was like, oh, you never know. And then it turns out, just to get over the benchmark of monetizing on reels, you need 10 million views.
What?
In 3 months. That's what you need
How
to do.
the fuck? Well, I don't. None of my stuff will get monetized because they fucking ban me on everything. I keep getting restricted on anything. So like, I'm not doing anything to go viral. So if anybody says, "Oh, he's only doing that," I'm not going to go viral. I'm restricted on everything. I keep putting everything outdoor. I don't give a fuck.
You should just dance. You should just do dance. TikTok dances.
I know. If I don't open my mouth, it could happen, but
possibly.
But yeah, I mean, as soon as I open my mouth, they're like, fucking hell, we're gonna restrict him. The thing is,
it's the Welsh accent. It's like they're just we don't need more
Welsh. We can't have fucking him going viral.
I tell you what, I do think there needs to be some appreciation for Welsh happening.
It's gotta be.
That is the Welshest, but also greatest name of a Welsh podcast.
It is, isn't it?
It's great.
You're not going to get a better name than that.
That is
Welsh
incredible.
happening.
I think it's great. I really do love it.
It's got a ring to it,
Yeah.
I remember when I was sitting down trying to think of the names, and I was like, what should I call it? I was like, fuck, it's got to be Welsh happening.
Welsh happening, yeah.
It's got to be.
It's great.
I mean, it's got the ring to it. But, going back onto you. So last time we spoke, you were going in you were entering a competition.
Yeah. I was doing the European Championships of Magic.
And how did that go?
I won. No,
did you? I was going to say fucking hell, dude.
It didn't. Not even close.
Oh, shit.
No, do you know what? It was the most scary and incredible time of my life. It was amazing. And
you enjoyed pushing yourself through it?
Yeah, it was. Right, so it was my first major competition. Which is crazy for it to have been that. It shouldn't really have been, but unfortunately in the UK, we just don't have the competitions like other countries do where you can build yourself up through those ranks. And I went there, and we had a lot of like problems happen on the trip. So I had to fly to Spain. I lost my passport while I was there. We had I also had the wrong day for the competition. So I thought it was on like the Wednesday, and on the Monday night I found out it was the Tuesday morning, because like
when you were on a sesh, like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were out at the pub, and so I was just like, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And then we got there, we made it, and it was just me and a friend. We were the only two British people there. Everyone else was international. I was the only person representing Britain.
That's mad.
And my friend was just there to help me. And I got there, and it was so scary.
Was it?
And the act went on, and I did it, and I came off with this kind of feeling of pride that I managed to stand up with these acts who are literally the best acts in the world. I mean, someone in my category who was performing on the same day as me went on to win the World Championships.
Christ.
Just gone now in Montreal. Laurent Piron, who had one of the greatest magic acts I've ever seen.
Is it?
And, by no means was my act as good as theirs, but do you know what? It was just a pleasure. I also know it wasn't the worst.
Was it the balloon act?
It was the balloon act. Yeah,
that's amazing. I've seen, the video.
Yeah,
I've seen the act, and it's amazing.
It like for me with the balloon more than anything, it was just like, it's something that I care so much about. It's been my baby for it was the first magic act I ever created myself, and
it's your creation.
I've been working on it for so long, and to be able to stand there and show it to these people, and like I said, by no means was it the best act on the weekend, but it wasn't the worst.
The winner then, what did that involve?
He did an act where it was like a storytelling piece.
Yeah.
Where he was like I want to say, I don't know quite the word for it, but like maybe not an engineer, but something similar to that. And he was in a workshop, and on his workshop on the board there was a piece of paper. And throughout the act, that piece of paper came to life, and it started to fly around the stage, and it moved like it was a real person. It was really incredible. Yeah.
Sounds fucking mad.
Oh, it's incredible. It was like, it's not I don't think he's released it yet, like as a video, you know,
Yeah.
because I think he's still going to perform it before, you know, a few more times.
Yeah.
But you know, he won the Grand Prix at the European Championships and then went on to win the world as well.
That's unbelievable.
And you know, so rightly deserved. It was incredible.
Like how much work has gone into that, innit? Like with yourself, the work you put into everything you do, and then you see somebody there and you think to yourself, what the fuck?
Yeah. If I'm doing all this, what the hell are they doing?
What the hell?
He had an amazing team of people, I think, that worked on his with him.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was a great, and he was a thing. But we had a really, like, it was a really nice camaraderie as well backstage. Like, I was really nervous. And people could tell, I think, that I was like, it was my first time, because I think a lot of those guys had competed there before and stuff, so they all knew each other a little bit more.
Yeah.
And, there was a French guy called Adrian who could tell.
It's a weird French name.
Yeah, I think it was Adrian.
Yeah,
Adriano. Yeah. And you know, we were chatting a bit backstage and stuff, and I think you could tell I was like, you know, nervous, like rightly so. So he's like just not bothered about his act at all. Like, and you know, I like not saying I didn't think he was any good or anything, but like he was just so relaxed about everything. I was like, oh, I don't know what this guy's like. And he goes upstairs, comes back down, gives me a Jaeger bomb like before I go on. I'm like, all right, cool. It actually helped a lot.
Lucky he didn't spike it.
No, he was incredible. And then he went on and came second.
Did he?
Yeah, but he was so cool and calm about it. Or second or third. Maybe he came third.
Yeah.
Second or third, one of the two. He was
still
incredible.
fucking mad, innit?
Yeah, he was amazing.
I tell you what always stands out to me. Do you know when you're talking about these sort of these shows? Have you seen the guy who does the bubbles with the vape?
Yeah, I've seen a few people. Tom Noddy, is it? Or
I don't know. He looked
like
he was in a
or?
chemistry lab. And I've seen it a few times.
Yeah, there's a few bubbleologists. They call themselves bubbleologists.
I was watching it, and I was like, how the hell is he? And he was doing like spinning Ferris wheels.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. There's actually a guy that does videos of it on TikTok and stuff. I think Kieran the Mighty. He does videos with bubbles. Bubbles are weird things, but they're cool.
Strange, but I mean, you could have so much go wrong with them in front of people, couldn't you?
Yeah. I know there was a guy who, and again, you know, I don't know the full history on it, but his name is Tom Noddy, and I think he popularized it, if not invented it, but from America. I think he was from LA or California.
Is it?
And I watched his lecture once. He did a lecture here in the UK, and we went to see it, and people were asking him, like, you know, how did you, you know, come up with a lot of this stuff?
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm massively paraphrasing what he said because I can't remember word for word, but he was like, basically, we just used to sit down, smoke weed, and play with bubbles. That was all he did. And you know what? He was incredible. He was
I may be able to create something sooner. I'm halfway there.
That was his answer, and it was incredible. Yeah, you should watch. I'll send you some videos of Tom Noddy.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
I'm pretty sure his name is Tom Noddy.
It's interesting, you know, and it's amazing. Like I'm massively drawn to creativity, you know, regardless of, could be through art, you know, 3D printing, podcast editing, magic. You know, you see these things and you think to yourself, how the fuck did they come up with it?
Yeah.
Like,
I think creativity is like, for me, being able to watch something that you can see someone's put, you know, tens of hours, you know, thousands of hours, you know, into is just incredible, you know. And I think when you see something that just makes you smile, it's just such a warm feeling for me. Like, it's such like a nice, there's no, when you just see something, you just go, oh, that's great. You know, and having that feeling is one of the only things you get. You only get that feeling, well, for me personally, you only get that feeling in and around art. Like, no matter what that art is, whether it's actual art, whether it's music, whether it's, you know, videos, whether it's whatever that art is, I think that moment that you just watch and you just go, oh, that's
it's where
amazing.
you sort of, I bet there's a time when you're on stage and you're looking at the audience, you're like, I've got them.
Yeah, I mean, there's those times. I mean, maybe there's more times when you're thinking I haven't got them.
Or you're like, fucking hell, has this crowd all got ADHD or whatever?
No,
just like,
sometimes you're out there, I'm not sure if I'm performing for a theatre or a morgue, you know.
There's gonna be times like that. You're like, fucking hell, what's happening?
I mean, sometimes you go out there and we laugh and we call them the rock star audiences, you know. You're out there and you're just like, you've got it, you know. I mean, that's something someone I used to work for always used to say, the rock star crowd. You know, when they're singing along to the opening music before it's even started, you know it's there, you know. But sometimes, you know,
some people just won't budge. Like,
oh no, we've had some corkers in the past, you know, like people who come to see live theatre and you just think,
Why have you come?
You don't want to be here. You don't even, you know. Or the best is the people who don't even want, like, who don't even come. So we actually had the greatest thing. So I got quite into. I started promoting my own shows. So I started when I was like 17. I promoted my first show. It was a small cabaret here in Swansea called In Cinema and Co.
Yeah.
Which,
I know.
Which is, you know, in and out of the news at the moment. But it's
hey, well, you know, I take my hat off to them. I do.
Yeah. So we I started performing there like when I was 17. So like, you know, however many years ago now, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. And I promoted my first show there, and then I went away and performed and all these things, and then I came back and I wanted to start producing shows again. So I opened after COVID a show called Wonder Cabaret up in Great Yarmouth, where we're from, and in this incredible venue called the Ocean Room. It's like it holds like 700 people.
Is it?
Big cabaret style. Like, it almost looks like, I call it kind of the Moulin Rouge of Norfolk. Like,
yeah, the Moulin Rouge of Norfolk.
That's like, but it is beautiful.
It's fancy,
right?
like.
It's fancy in Norfolk, you know.
Yeah.
And it's lovely. And anyways, we started promoting these shows, and we put out the poster for a show, and on the poster was myself, Matt Edwards, who actually just did Swansea Panto. I don't know if you saw the Panto, but he's from Britain's Got Talent. He's an incredible actor. Well, I say he's from Britain's Got Talent. He did Britain's Got Talent a few years ago.
Yeah.
And, did the Tequila Act. He's
he's
one of the greatest comedy magicians.
Where's he from?
He's originally from Suffolk, but he spends a lot of time in Swansea. Actually,
Does he?
He
Have
comes
to get him on, yeah.
Yeah, maybe, man. Yeah,
have a word with him.
For you.
See if he wants to come on.
So we
bring tequila with him.
Yeah. That's what this podcast needs. Actually, my girlfriend's driving. We got any tequila? No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
No, we. So anyway, so we put this poster out with all these people. Myself, this guy, another guy called John Archer, and a few other people, and we put this poster on. And there's someone who comments who saw it from London, right? So I don't know how the sponsored ad had got to him. It shouldn't have even have got.
Is your girlfriend in the car?
No, she's gone. She's not.
Oh, I was going to say she could have waited. Yeah.
No. I think the car.
I thought she was sitting outside.
No, the car's not there, is it?
No, I don't think so.
I didn't. No, I think she's gone for a coffee.
I was going to say that. When you said that, I was going to say you haven't left her in the car.
Yeah, she's not allowed out. She's not allowed out. No,
she's not allowed out. No.
I'm joking.
Stay in the box.
yeah. Get in the box. Anyway, so we were promoting this show, and this guy sees the poster. And I don't know what about it enraged him, but it did. And he left this comment. Or maybe I might try and find it actually, because I've got it on my phone. But he just basically goes like, "What a load of crap! I don't want to be seeing this on my page." And he just thinks, and I started getting a new hobby for when I'm promoting shows for just the best like cut down replies of just stupid people in the world.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't really know where we got to and why we got up at this, but it's the most fun thing ever. But you say that people who see art or just don't get it, and this person just didn't get it. He was like, "I don't want to watch this," and I was like, "Cool, don't watch it then."
Don't watch it.
Like,
not
it's
asking
just on
you
your
to
Facebook.
come.
Like, you've just seen it once on Facebook.
Yeah,
like, that doesn't mean. I said, I don't know. Like, I sent him this long reply back, and at the end of it, I just put, "If you ever want to find yourself some culture, come see the show. I'll give you free tickets."
Yeah. But people like that, they just, I don't know. It's a strange thing, social media, and
it's a strange world. You know, it's a massive benefit, but also a huge.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah, but the thing is, everyone's got an opinion. I agree with. It just doesn't. Just because you've got an opinion doesn't mean it's valid.
It doesn't mean it's right. No,
you're more than welcome to have one. It just doesn't mean you're right.
And you know, I believe everybody should have an opinion, but I think there's a massive, like, with the way everything is. I think it's like the way the police would get involved now. Say now if there's a disagreement, the police will get involved, they'll warn you, or threatening behaviour. But then when you've taken away any sort of threat, which would be in society, which, don't get me wrong, you shouldn't have threats in society.
No, of course
But
not.
when you make people believe that they are completely untouchable, you see all the pricks piping up who would normally have had a slap years ago.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There was a bit of culling. No, I see the argument. Definitely.
Yeah, so it's gone so far in protecting the dickheads that they just openly are just all. There's no repercussions for things people say anymore.
It is. You know, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough line to walk because, you know, it's.
Because we're not animals, you know. We don't. I know we, you know,
Not
we
most of
shouldn't.
us anyway.
I am a bit.
I'll be honest. I've been walking around Swansea City Centre all day.
Oh,
I'm not certain.
There's a fucking few animals there.
There was two people started a street fight while I was in town earlier,
Oh, for
and one of
fuck's
them
sake.
took his top off, and I thought, "Come on, mate, it's January, it's bloody freezing."
It's cold. Yeah. What are you doing? Like my missus showed me a video the other night, and she was like, "Oh, look at this." She said, "Do you remember this?" And I was looking at it. It was like, "Oh yeah, from a few years ago, some woman just hammered." Well, I think she was on spice or something because she wasn't hammered. She was like fucking rocking on the floor.
Yeah.
Then she tried to punch this fucking off-duty, well, I don't know if it was an off-duty officer or what, but tried to punch this woman. I think she was a policewoman or one of the, what are the ones called? PCSOs.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she just starts grinding on the floor and then the police just pull up and just rugby tackle her and fucking and I was like, this is in Swansea. Like,
it is, but there is some solace in the reminder that it just happens everywhere. It's not.
Yeah.
I remember going like, oh God, Swansea's horrible. And then you go to any other town, you're like, oh wait,
yeah,
it's all exactly the same.
I think they are spread out. There's a little bit of them everywhere.
Yeah, it's massive, but
it's fucking But you know, you're saying with your shows, and you always do your own promotion, and
we try. I mean, it's just good, like mainly just because we're building up. You know, like we're still trying to build the shows up, and you know, I do a lot of like obviously private events and stuff like that where I don't have to do any promotion. But for my personal shows, you know, sometimes it's nice for me to be able to go, you know what, I just want to do it myself and take a bit of power back into my own hands. And I think that's quite nice sometimes because it's nice, obviously, getting to work in all these places and do these things, but I'm always having to answer to someone, you know?
Yeah.
And there's just something about sometimes me just going, you know what? I want this to win or lose just off my own back.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And if it's full and everyone's happy and it's amazing, then that's my personal victory. Yeah. But if it's not, that's also my that's my thing to fight about, because there's nothing worse than sometimes when we do gigs, and it does happen where, you know, where we get booked, we turn up, we do our job. You know, that's what it is. But sometimes external factors kind of prohibit us from doing it as well as I'd like. Yeah. And then things don't go as well as I want them to go because for me feeling that, and that's other factors getting involved that I can't stop. You know. And it just makes me kind of go, but obviously that's still a part of my job. But it's just nice every now and again to be able to go, look, once in a while or whenever I can, I'm just going to promote my own show where it's, you know, if it wins, it wins for me. And if it dies, it dies for me. And I'm kind of prepared to take it either way, you know. I mean, today, for example, tickets got announced or released, I think, on Wednesday last week. It's now Monday today. So, like, 5 days Monday. They've been live. And, you know, they're selling, they're moving well, and I'm happy, actually. But today I went and put posters and flyers in every shop that would let me in Swansea.
That's the way to do it.
Because I'm not letting, you know, and that's no, like, there's no, maybe other people would have, like, kind of ego about it, like, oh, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to go. But it's my show. It's
you've
like,
got to promote it.
Yeah, I'm in there telling people about it, talking to people, going, hey, you should come. I hope you come.
Yeah.
Because at the very basis of it, again, it comes back to, like, it's art and it's my art. Yeah. And I want people to see it.
And you're passionate about it, you know.
But at the same breath, it's like, it's a weird version, because, like, this show especially, it's like my own, my newest show that's coming out. It's on the 11th.
Well, I was going to say, you've got a new show coming out. It's in the Patti Pavilion, isn't it?
Patti Pavilion, yeah. Do you know what?
It's called A Series of Wonderful
Miracles. Yeah, kind of like a...
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is a mouthful, but do you know what? There's a bit of history behind it. There's two bits of history behind it. One is from a series. One is it's a play on a series of unfortunate events. Yeah. Right. So it's a play on that, and which I love. It's an incredible film, and I love the kind of the everything about it, you know, and it's kind of the essence of it. And then I wanted to put in the word wonderful, because it's kind of got quite a big kind of connection with me. So when I was growing up, my grandmother hated my name. She didn't want to. She did, and she is a strong woman. You know, you won't get anything past her. So when my parents named me Taylor, she was raging.
Was she?
Yeah. So she didn't want to call me Taylor when I was born. Yeah. So she called me Tiger for a bit, because just as the thing, she really didn't like my name. And then she stopped calling me that, started calling me Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, which I can't call myself because it's a very vain thing to think
I
of.
am Mr. Wonderful.
Nice to meet you, everyone, Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah.
No, but so she did. So she started calling me Mr. Wonderful, and then
I think
on.
that is quite catchy though.
I think possibly, Sean, we should probably pause this because it's playing in the mirror here, and there's
Is
some
it?
horrific things on the
Is
screen.
it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You need to pause that a minute.
I think we know part of the reason we're getting the flags.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna get eaten, like. You're like, oh, fucking hell, what's fucking going on?
Shit, there it is.
Right, I just want to take some pictures.
Yeah, so anyway, so we called it that for that reason, the series of wonderful miracles.
Yeah.
And also it's kind of like the whole idea of the show is it's just about my life of the past 10 years of traveling the world and performing, in essence, a series of wonderful miracles for people, and now accumulating those miracles for one audience here in Swansea. And it's my first show back in Swansea in like 8 years.
I'll have to come down and see you.
Yeah, it'd be good, man.
I'll have to come and see you. Because what dates is it on?
The 11th of February.
11th of February.
11th of February.
Don't miss it, guys. Where can you get the tickets?
Tickets available at Derek's, actually, Derek's Music Shop.
Oh, yeah, Derek's Records.
And also, if you search a series of wonderful miracles, there'll be a couple of ticket links will come up there as well. So it's a few different places you can get tickets. But
that's brilliant,
it's good, man. I'm really excited about it. And like I said, my first live show in Swansea in like 8 years. So I'm kind of excited because before I left Swansea, I was a really young magician. And now I'm kind of coming back to be able to be like, oh, look, this is what I've been doing. Because a lot of my stuff has been over the world, so people can't see it, you know. But also the Patti Pavilion is a beautiful venue. It's incredible. It's over 100 years old, you know.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. And like actually, and another bit of history with it, like the big reason I wanted to do it there is like my great-grandmother used to go ballroom dancing there.
Oh, is it?
When she was like young, that's where they went to.
So it means, you know, it's got a bit of a meaning to it.
I just like it. You know, can you imagine like that same room? Like, you know, I mean, she would have been over 100 now. It's like that same room, like 80 years ago. She was a young woman, you know, having a dance around the tiered and stuff. And now we're in there, like my whole, you know, been able to take my family in there and stuff. I think that's pretty amazing.
The evolution.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like it.
The evolution in it. Just things, it is mad, you know, things. They keep going, don't they? And you think to yourself, like, I stop and think to myself sometimes if I'm in a place where, you know, like I'd love to go to the pyramids. And, you know, you get to be standing there, and when you're in front of it and you think to yourself, like, they don't even know what's going on with the pyramids. No. You know, they can't explain it.
I think there's also a feeling of insignificance.
Big time, yeah.
You know, it's like you're looking at things like this when there's certain places you go and you look at something and you go, this is here way before me. Yeah. Way after me. And you know what? It does kind of make you go, all those little things that I think are really important.
It don't matter, like.
They don't mean anything.
Like our life, which means absolutely everything, is just a tiny little blip. It's like.
I think it's quite grounding. I quite like it every now and again because I think it also makes you go like, even like the things, you know, things you worry about yourself about, you know, I look like this, I've done this or done, and you're completely stressing about it all the time, and then you realize that, and you think other people are going to be looking at me or thinking about me or doing this or doing that, and then like it takes a while to realize that actually other people don't care about you at all. They only care about, they're only thinking about themselves.
They're only thinking about their existence. You know, they don't give a fuck. They don't care really.
Which is quite, I think, and that's what we always say. Like with the magic show, for example, to kind of bring it full circle, is that I do care that they come and they see me and that they like me. But it's also not about that. It's about trying to create for them memories and trying to create a moment with their friends and their family that they'll be able to remember forever. And I don't really necessarily mind that if they come to the show, they have an amazing time and they enjoy themselves and they laugh with their friends or family, and then 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later, they remember that time that they had with their family that might not no longer be with them or anything like that. I don't mind that they go, what was that guy called again? I don't know. Yeah. Like, that's not really about, it's not about.
No, it's about what they
nice.
see.
There's a little bit of ego in it, but at the same breath, it's like, it's nice that they just go, oh, I remember that time. I remember how that made us feel, which is, you know, back to what we're saying about good art.
Creating memories, isn't it?
It's all about how you feel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's creating memories, and you know that gets passed on. It's surprising how well memories stay in us.
Yeah, well, it's also like, do you remember the time, or do you remember the memory? You know?
Yeah.
because like you remember how you tell yourself that
Yeah.
story as well.
Because time, I suppose, time is just a creation of man. Time is, it's all set up, with the clocks and
definitely.
this, but time really doesn't exist. It just, things just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily time. It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
do you know
It's
what I
just-
mean?
Yeah, that's very deep.
It is deep, isn't it? Get the edibles out now. No, it is very deep, that is. But yeah, it is mad, How do you feel with, because I talk a lot about depression and I suffer with depression, anxiety. Do you suffer with anxieties at all going on stage? Do you ever get, I suppose you do it so many times now, you're just not nervous? Or?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, definitely, but in different ways, not every show, not every time, not every thing. I mean, some people say they get nervous every time. I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
There's definitely like rankings of shows, and every time I kind of jump up that next level,
You're like, oof.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I think I suffer with it in a different way. What I definitely suffer with is the kind of this feeling of almost feeling of like non-acceptance. Like I've been doing what I do now for like 10 years, and I know it's my sensible mind knows that I'm at a level. I'm not saying I'm the best in the world. I'm not saying I'm the worst. But I know I'm at a level.
Yeah.
But when I first come off stage, there's this crippling need for reassurance, which is really weird. And it doesn't matter how big people clap or cheer or any of those things. If there's one person sat there that doesn't look like they're having the best time of their life, it's like, oh man, like,
Yeah.
And I've had it. I've come off stage like, I remember actually one time we did a really big show, one of our cabarets, and it was huge. And looking back now, it was probably the best show of my career to date, or one of.
Yeah.
And I remember coming off and like nigh on being in tears and being like, I just don't, because it was one of the biggest shows I'd produced myself. It was maybe 2-3 months of solid hard work. I did everything from the poster design to the video to to every single moment of it, to writing the show, to hosting it.
Yeah.
And it was this moment of coming off, and the reaction was incredible. It was, we got 2 standing ovations in one show, which was incredible. But there was still this moment of like coming off and not knowing if it was good enough.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. It was really like, and I get that a lot. It's like of like people say to me, I'm going to come see it. And I go, oh yeah, I mean, you don't have to, like, because I have that feeling, which is silly because I shouldn't have that feeling, right? Like it's, but it. But then I felt like that for a while.
Yeah.
And then I met someone who I've been working with the last sort of year, who's a very, very big name in the magic industry and someone I looked up to when I was younger. And I started working on his show with him, and we went out after a show one day, and he said the exact same thing to me, and I was oh, yeah, you have this, like,
yeah.
He was like, yeah, and he was like, I come off, and I was like asking the booker, like, do you think it was good? And he said to me, like, do you think the show was good? I was like, yeah, man, it was incredible. Like, you do an incredible job. But he still feels like that, which made me kind of like go, oh, okay.
It's an artist thing, I think, though, because I'm like it with tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could have done that a bit different. Yeah, I think if ever there's a time where you feel like you're just nailing it every time, maybe that's when you give up. Because
I think the only people I've ever met who do act like that is the case are some of the worst artists I've ever worked with.
And they need to give up. Yeah. Exactly.
I have worked with people who, how was that? Yeah, smashed it. And I was like, no, seriously. And I'm like, I was there, I saw it, and you did not.
You didn't smash it, like.
Like if I came off to their reaction, I would have, quit. But
and that's the point I was going to make as well, is you could be sort of looking at someone who's there. They don't look like they've had the best time, but you don't know what they're going through. They could be going through something where
they could be going through everything.
Everybody's going through, whenever everybody's on different wavelengths. Wavelength seems a bit of a cliche thing to say, but we are all on waves of emotions and different things going on, in private lives and personal lives and business wise. You don't know what that person it could be they've just had a fucking argument before they've come downstairs.
There's so much of that. I mean, there's a friend of mine told me a story, and he used to do not weddings. He did, but and he still does. But he used to do restaurant magic.
Oh right.
He walked up, and it's a terrible story, but it's hilarious, and it's not mine. I can't own it. But he walks up to a table, and he goes, "Hi guys, my name's X, and I'm here to do magic for you this evening." And the guy looks up, goes, "My wife's just asked me for a divorce." I'll come back later.
Yeah.
Walks up and you just think,
Fuck.
you don't know exactly. But
Well, this
again,
is the
there's this
thing.
like feeling inside you that everyone should be happy, and it's like,
Yeah.
not everyone is happy,
It could have been a happy moment for him, mind.
Yeah. He was doing shots. He was
Yeah,
celebrating.
it's not always a bad thing, divorce. But yeah, it's you don't know, do you? You know, sometimes you can focus on, especially I can imagine in the crowd setting, and I've spoken to people in the past, you know, with music, and they're like, you know, they notice the person who's not, everybody else is enjoying. There's like one is like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
and
why aren't
comedians as well. They're like, fucking hell, that fucking bloke isn't fucking smiling. He's
it's
not
really
breaking.
distracting as well. You know, it's like,
Because you're just focusing on them all the time. Like, fucking
'cause
smile.
It's like this. There's like this, like you know, as much as like I say that it like you can say it doesn't bother you, but like all performers are needy, you know.
Yeah.
And going out there, you want everyone to be happy, and you want everyone to clap and cheer and do all
Yeah.
those things. And if someone's not, then it can make you feel like
Like
it's like
fuck.
10 times worse. But then at the same breath, I think it's good that you need to not take that person, whether they're enjoying it or whether they're not enjoying it, or
Yeah.
whether they had a good night or whether they just didn't like you. You can't let that get to you.
No.
But at the same breath, their opinion is as valid as all the people who like it.
Yeah.
So like sometimes it's easy to go, yeah, but look at all these people that love me, I'm amazing. You know,
Yeah.
well, no. Just because people clap and cheer, or just because they think it's good, doesn't make it good. They don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, and to be really good, you know, you have to actually be good. And I see so many other performers, some of which are incredible and don't get the clout that they deserve for how good they are, and others who are borderline terrible.
Yeah.
But they get that, you know, but they get applaud, and they get by, and they're like, yeah, we're amazing. You're like, well, no, that's not how it works. You know? Just because someone said it was good doesn't make it good. You know, like, you know, and I think that's why you get all these people who go on BGT and expect to do incredibly or something like that. It's like, well, no, because you've just been told all your life that you're amazing.
Yeah.
Because people are being nice, or, you know.
Yeah. And then when it comes to the real test of public judgment, then is where you find out then on a broad scale.
Sometimes you've got to be brutal with it as well. I actually think that, you know, I quite like the brutality of it. I think it's, you know, if you're going to put yourself out there to do it, I think you've got to accept that, you know.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get through as well. It's hard. I had a rough time last year. I did a show that I just wasn't, because of external factors in it, and, you know, internal factors, I suppose, as well. Like, I just didn't feel like I was doing as good as I could do. And I had like 2 days of like 2 bad reviews that came about my act. Yeah, and it like almost broke me, because, but like the hilarious thing about it is, in that act, these 2 reviews were really brutal and personal. It was crazy. Yeah. And they were totally unjustified.
Some
like,
people are just cunts.
that,
you know.
Quote of the day.
Yeah.
No, that is it.
Some people are
And
just.
I think it was from another performer in the industry as well. Like, they must have come and seen the show and gone, and probably a bout of jealousy about it and stuff as well. And and then they like really slated one of my acts, and then that act went on and has since traveled the world and got booked on by magic conventions and got all these things and it's the same act. But at the time, I couldn't see past this one person's opinion. And it's like, well, no, that doesn't make anything. You know? There's like a really great moment, and this is, again, I feel like I'm just saying other people's amazing things that they say, but it's the truth. It's a friend of mine, Tom, told me about this part of, you've seen Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
I love Rick and Morty, and he told me about this amazing part where he's walking through the crowd at the heist convention, and they're all booing him, and he walks past and he's like, "Your boos mean nothing to me. I've seen what makes you cheer." And it's this incredible moment of theatre. And like I said, I cannot claim that. That is Tom Tom
Yeah.
Crosby's to his thing, but to his credit. But it actually gave me a lot of solace because it'd been like yeah, you know, you chose to slate me out in that show,
Yeah.
but you didn't choose to slate out everything else, or you didn't choose. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're giving me nothing. So that's quite nice.
It's, you know, and everybody's into different things. There is no.
That's exactly the truth.
Everyone
loves different things, and that's okay. But then you need to be able to look at that from two sides, both as a creator to be like, some people aren't going to like this, and that's okay. But also as an audience member, when you watch something and you're inclined to go, "That was rubbish," it's like, well, actually, you just didn't like it.
Yeah.
Like we watched. I actually looked recently at Tarantino films.
Oh, I love them.
Right, and there was a list of the top 10 ranked Tarantino films, and 2, 3, and 4 on the ranking, in my opinion, were horrific films.
Is it?
Yeah, it was like, I think
What were they?
number one. Again, I'm going to think number one was Pulp Fiction, which I gave it credit. I think I don't think it's the best one, but it's a great film.
It's great. Yeah.
Number 2 was Jackie Brown. Exactly. Yeah. Like that was it. I to be honest with you, I don't even think I've seen it all the way through. It just didn't captivate me though. And I think number 3 was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I love that.
Did you see? For me,
I
thought
love
it was awful.
it. I watched it in the cinema, right? And me and my missus went, "What the fuck was that?"
That's how I felt after it.
But I've watched it so many times since, and I get it now.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it needs some more watches.
The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right? I loved the way he captured back in that 50s era.
Yeah.
Was it 50s or 60s?
Yeah, it was the Manson time.
And
I'm not
it
sure
was
on the
based on true events.
Yeah, but then he changed the ending, right?
And then the ending was completely because everybody was expecting.
I get that.
And he knew that everybody was expecting to see that, but he almost changed the script and said, "This is what should have happened."
Because I actually heard him talk about it a little bit, and he said that it was he decided to get his own back or something for what he felt should have happened. And, and I get it, but again, just to me, maybe I need to watch it again.
Watch it again.
I just didn't get it, and for it to be number 3rd ranked, and then like things like Django and
I love Django. I was going to say that
was like number 8 or 9 or something like that, and I was like, but this person had written this blog, and it was like, well, that's just their opinion.
Yeah.
To me, it seems craziness that like for me, like these films, like Django, way surpasses these other films. But to them, it just didn't.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, I think we'd all get on a lot more if we could all just accept that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool. That's what person thinks.
What they think.
That doesn't make them wrong.
No.
It doesn't make me any more right or wrong about that. But you can just go, do you know what? I really liked this, or I didn't like that so much. But
we're living in a society now where everybody tries to push their beliefs onto you.
Yeah.
And society is very...
split, I suppose.
It's split, but it's all sided to one narrative, and then it's pushed then, and if you don't follow the narrative, you're outcast. That it shouldn't be that way.
No, I agree.
We got to a place a couple of years ago where everybody was able to live their lives freely, and something's changed. It's being forced on people. Things are, and
I mean, things are changing, but I think as well. Like again, I had a conversation with a friend about it recently. It was just like, I was actually someone I haven't seen in a really long time, and we grew up in school together, and we were really, really close friends. And then I just saw him just this past weekend for the first time, maybe in like 3 years.
Yeah.
And we had like a big conversation because we were always quite into we did politics together in school. He's away doing it at uni now, and we were like just having a general conversation. But I think just that ability to be like, oh, just because we don't agree on something doesn't mean that we like hate each other or anything.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like not me and him specifically, but like other people around us. Like just because someone has a certain opinion, doesn't mean
you can't be friends.
Yeah, like I think that's a really big thing, and like the closer you can get to learning that, to be like, okay, that person thinks this. Yeah, I don't think that, but you know what?
It doesn't matter. They don't dislike you now because all of a sudden, oh well, you believe that. But it's strange. It's strange the way politics are brought in, and everybody's like, I don't know. Things never used to be so political, did they?
No, I think I think again, it's social media.
Social media.
Because it gave everyone an opinion. No, actually, that's
a
not
voice.
True. It gave everyone a voice for that opinion, and you know, some people don't.
Yeah, and it's all well and good. Like, I believe everybody should have their opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, everybody should have their opinion. And like you say, you know, you could have somebody comment on your things one day, and they've gone through a terrible time. And a few months later, they're in a better place, and they would never have thought of, you know, why the fuck did I write that?
Yeah.
Why, you know, why did I give my opinion so abruptly on that?
Yeah.
You know, and you don't know what people are going through.
No, we've all done it, right? We've all said things and gone, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe that was a bit tough.
That come out a bit wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It does sometimes, you know. But yeah, it's strange. I think social media does that. But again, you know, it's amazing and it's terrible. I think it's both.
At the same time.
Yeah, I think it has to be though, right? Like,
yeah.
But I think maybe that's not social media. Maybe that's people. Maybe people are amazing and terrible at the same time.
That's the thing, you know. I think if you're going to own a company like that, you need to be impartial. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think the truth is no one's impartial.
No one's impartial.
Right? The idea of impartial is impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible. Yeah. You know, and this is what I mean. The future will change drastically. I mean, it's going to be forced to be changed drastically eventually. I think, because I think just the way it is it doesn't work.
No.
Does it? It doesn't. And it's like, what you do you get rid of all social media platforms, you know, and then that's not good either.
No, because you're taking away.
Yeah, you know.
Taking away a voice. And
so what's the answer, innit?
Yeah.
What's the answer?
I don't know. I just choose to kind of stick to the magic shows.
Yeah. We're trying to put the world right and it just won't happen.
No, exactly, yeah.
But
I think you're looking for an impossible
solution. It is impossible. Like with going back onto your shows, have you ever had any like big catastrophes and you're like, oh fuck,
I fell off the stage once. That was incredible.
That's pretty big.
That was incredible. Yeah. It's just about enough time has passed for me to find it funny.
It's taken a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It's taken a while.
Yeah, I fell off the stage in.
Fuck. How'd you recover from that? Like,
so I didn't. Is the word. I was doing an illusion at the time, and I had these big spikes in my hand, and I fell off the stage.
Fuck's
I landed in amongst lights, and I got up, and it did hurt, but I managed to push through it, and then I went to push these spikes through the box, and I looked at the spikes, and they were just all bent, so they wouldn't fit through the holes of the box.
Oh no!
So. And they were on fire at the time as well. So, yeah, it was awful. It was so bad.
You could have gone up in smoke.
That would have been great, yeah.
Like, he's gone.
I did this show. It was, like, up in a place in England that nobody knew me at the time. So I was like, oh, that's fine. Don't worry. I just got through it one time. And then I had a message from a girl that I used to work with a few years before. That she was like, oh, are you in the X circus? Are you in the Hippodrome circus right now? I was like, yeah, why? She's like, I think I just watched you fall off. I was like, damn it. Like the one show someone I know was at. Yeah.
Did it go viral?
No.
You're like, thank fuck.
I know, to be fair, I've got a video of it, but no one else has. A friend of mine was in, another person was coming in and he filmed it. And I felt, it was quite fun.
You're like,
it was awful.
Put it on, you may go viral.
Yeah. It was, you know, when you want the world to swallow you up.
Yeah.
That happened.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I've had that. What other catastrophes? I mean, we've had some pretty. I remember one time when I did an open mic when I was like 17, and I went up and I was doing a trick with a book, and I got a guy up on stage, and he had. I was like, I'm gonna get you to pick a word in this book. So he comes up onto the stage, and I didn't have like very good, like, what they call chops now, like to control the audience management or anything like that. I was young and timid. And I was like, I need you to pick a book, or pick a word in this book. And he goes, I haven't got my glasses on. Right, have you got them here with you? No. I was like, right, okay, you go back down. I'll get someone else up. I get someone else up. And I just like went and just grabbed someone, like pulled them up onto the stage, and they didn't speak English properly. So he couldn't read the book either. And I was like, right, okay, never mind. Like, this person will go down. Yeah. And then I brought someone else up, and then I got them up onto the stage, and then they told me when they were on stage they couldn't read. Yeah. And that was like 15 minutes of me just trying to find someone who could read the word out of the book in an open mic when I was 17. That was awful. That I wanted to quit after that. There's been like a few shows that you do that are so bad you just want to give up. Be like, I don't want to do it anymore. My brother had to have a word with me and be like, no, like it's okay. Like that was just one bad one.
Yeah,
like, move
yeah.
on for the next one.
It's not always like that.
It's not always going to be the same. But yeah, that was rough. Yeah, fell off the stage. What else have I done? Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been a few
hiccups, like.
Yeah. But then I think that's that's how it is.
It's
like,
part of it,
isn't it? We do like probably close to 300 shows a year. So,
yeah.
It doesn't matter. As long as you've
I
got
can see
one
you've got a
next time.
poster over there. Do you want to show
I
them?
have, yeah, I brought it in because I thought
I'll
maybe
put
I
it on
could-
the wall in
that's
here.
what I thought. Look at
I'll
this.
put it on the wall in here because
Look at that.
my customers can see
Yeah,
it.
look at that
Look
handsome
at that.
devil. Look at that.
Look at that. Look.
Photoshop is a great
Are
thing.
you going
isn't
for
it?
the new Bond or what?
That's what I was thinking. If James Bond did magic, that's that.
I
right
think
there.
the way things are going, you'll need a vagina to be the new James Bond. But
that could be the original. Yeah. So I got some.
I'll-
Videos, I got
thank you,
some flyers.
mate. I'll put it on the wall.
It's a kind thing like that. A
Thank
gift.
you very much.
That cost me like 3 pence. That's
3 pence.
Look at that.
And you can scan and get your tickets
You
as
can
well.
Scan. Look, I am in the 21st century. I am. Look,
If I hold it close enough, you may be able to scan it off the fucking.
yeah, maybe. You never
off
know.
the podcast.
No, just have that there for 2 hours. It'd be fine. Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, get your tickets there. You are. Get
Scan
yours.
on there.
Get those tickets there.
Have it. So yeah, I'll put that on the wall and.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
I nearly fucking went then.
He's got yourself all ticked up. Yeah, no. Show 11th of February. It's going to be a good one. First
Where
time
can they
show.
get in touch with you?
At Taylor Morgan Magic on Instagram.
Instagram.
Facebook.
Go and check his page. He's got
www.
loads of
Wonderful Magician on website.
loads of content on there.
Yeah, we put a few bits up from time to time, and hopefully we can. Get some
Brilliant. We'll
clips or
catch
whatever
up
from some
again
write-up.
because I'll try and get down and see it because I
Okay.
wouldn't mind coming. I'll take bring the missus and her
Definitely.
boy. He'll enjoy
let me
it.
know. Yeah,
He'll
it'll be
enjoy
a
it.
Nice night, and come down watch the show, and then maybe we could do like a post-show one.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're
definitely.
looking at bringing the show more often to that venue and the Patty and stuff, and yeah, it'd be great.
That's brilliant. That is. Have
Perfect.
you got any tricks to do?
I could do one.
Come
I could
on,
do
then.
one. I could do one.
Last time you did, I'm trying to think what you did last time on the.
Don't think too hard. I'm going to do the same one now. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm
just
joking.
the same trick over and over.
Yeah. We just wait long enough just in between.
Right.
Right. Let me try this.
Get ready, guys. Get ready for this.
Well, if you get ready, have you got your phone on you?
Yes.
Right. Let's try
Wait,
this.
have I got my phone? Where is my phone? That's the trick,
You had it
is
a
it?
second ago, I
That's
saw
the
it.
trick, is it? You made my phone disappear.
I could do it with mine, see, but I think it'll be.
My missus be landed. No, I got my phone there. My missus be landed if you made my phone disappear.
Let's try it. Okay. Have you got a calculator on yours?
Yeah.
All right, let's grab your calculator up. All right, you can hold on to it, but we'll just do it together. But I want you to do it on yours at the same time.
So you're not going to have me do maths now,
Yeah,
for fuck's
it's
sake.
easy. The calculator's going to do all the heavy lifting. Don't worry.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to try something crazy. We're going to try and find some. We're going to try and make something random with you. Okay.
Right.
So, but I believe there's nothing that's ever truly random. I think everything comes down to something. The fact that you and I met wasn't a coincidence. We got past friends from friends.
Yeah. Gavin.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you been down to his Arva Nails?
I haven't. No. What's
Get
that?
down there. You want to go and do a performance down there?
Oh yeah.
He's got a pub. Well, it's not a pub. It's like an off license, but they've got a license to sell drink as well.
Oh yeah.
And he has all talks with depression, music nights, all sorts.
I'm gonna have to come down.
Comedians.
That's cool.
Poetry night, the Drunk Poet Society.
Drunk poet, amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I'll have to do it.
you
Let's
have
have a
to
look.
do it. I'll message him later.
Yeah, sounds good. That'd be great. I'll have to at least pop down and go watch a night.
Go down and do a couple of tricks, like.
Yeah, a couple of little ones. Right, okay, let's try
Right.
this. Let's try. So let's try and create a cool coincidence together, right? Something together. But to do so, we're going to need some numbers. So a 2-digit number. What number would you like?
25.
25. You sure? Your age, right? 25.
My
25.
age is not my fucking age. That's how old I wish I fucking was.
Right, 25. Hit 25, and then
25.
times it by another number. Pick another 2-digit number. Actually, a number that's about. Let's say, what year were you born? So like.
1983.
1983, okay? So we'll times it by 83.
83.
All right. Let's add it. Let's add another number. What number would you like to add?
11.
11, you sure?
Yeah.
11. Add it by 11. Okay. And then times it by one more number. What number would you like?
33.
30.
I don't know why I'm picking these
Random numbers though, right? Random numbers. 33. And then hit equals. Right? So we should have like 2, 4, 3, 8. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's add 6 random digits, but we're going to do it like this, right? If I press add there, if I hold my phone like this, tap underneath it 6 times on my phone.
Wait, on your phone?
Yeah, tap underneath 6 times.
How do I know what I'm going to add?
Well, that's the point. It's random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, add this number. 159.
Well, I add that.
Yeah, add it. Add it to our total.
Right, so, add to the 2,438. Right, so add
159.
159.
089.
089.
Okay, and we should have hopefully the same number. 16. 161,527. Yeah?
Yeah.
More or less.
Your digits are bigger than mine, but...
it's not about size.
It's not the size that counts.
But I said to you I wanted to create something truly random together, okay? And that's kind of what the whole show series of Wonderful Miracles is all about. It's trying to create miracles that aren't just for me, they're not just for you, they're for all of us, And it's not necessarily like, the whole show is not necessarily like come, clap, cheer for me up here on this stage. It's all about come and just enjoy something. And hopefully if you can be like a little bit mesmerized, if you can be a little bit shocked and all these amazing things, like that's a lovely addition to it.
Yeah.
But it's not so much the definite need for it, right?
Yeah.
But I said to you I wanted to create something truly random, you and I together. And we did. You thought of random numbers. Completely random.
I'm going to put that to the camera just so people can see.
Yeah? Have they got it?
That's what I got, right?
Because you see, I told you we would try and create a coincidence, and the number we came to right now was 16 what?
161,527.
Yeah. Which just so happens to be the exact date and time right now. Because it's the 16th of January at exactly 5:27 right now, right?
What the fuck?
It's the 16th of January.
That is crazy.
16th of the 1st at exactly 5:27 right now is the number we have come to.
That's the time. What the hell? Wait there. 16th of January.
5:27.
That's unbelievable. How the fuck did you do that? Mate, that's unbelievable.
Thank you so much for having me on, man. I appreciate it a lot.
Fucking hell. Mate, I can't wait to go you on again. Do another trick, like. That's mental,
I'm going to need a few months. I'm going to need to write something new.
That's crazy. That's just crazy, that is.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it a lot.
That's crazy. I mean, fucking hell, they're going to have me thinking tonight, now, how did he do that?
Well, it's always, like that's the saying, like a bit of, is the show is a mixture of that sort of stuff, the mind really started stuff. We're going to do the big illusions in it. We're going to do some fire.
Yes.
It's going to be a bit of everything. So, hopefully come
definitely, yeah. Guys,
come down and see the show.
Get down and show your support. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into this, and well, look, you can see that's just a glimpse into some of the stuff he's doing. Do you know what I mean? But get on his page and check it out. And the date it's on,
11th of February.
11th of February.
I've only mentioned it a few times today.
Yeah, just keep mentioning it. Just keep mentioning it. 11th of February, Patti Pavilion. And it's a lovely venue.
It's nice, yeah.
And it's mate, I'm looking forward. I want to come down and see it.
Definitely,
so
man. Come.
Anything else you want to say?
No, nothing. I don't think I've got anything else to.
Thank you for my coffee as well.
So I appreciate little Tim Hortons. I went all the way to Canada for that.
I know, fucking not bad. I mean, that's another trick he's done.
Little trip. No, man, but thank you so much for having me on.
Hey,
like
thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing because it's good. It's
thank
amazing.
you, mate. Thank you very much.
You're doing it right. So loving the new equipment, loving the new gear.
Yeah, well, it'll work this time.
It's perfect.
It'll work this time. But yeah, guys, check him out. Go and see his show. And you're not going to be disappointed. And Taylor, thank you very much. This is Taylor Morgan.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, Walsh Happening.
Thank you, guys. This is Walsh Happening. Take it easy.